What's so funny about the Cosby Show?
That's going to be easy.
Is it the parents?
You are a genius.
I know.
Or is it the kids?
It's just a matter of being at the right place at the right time.
In your dreams.
You're gonna get it, little girl.
No matter who makes the most laughs,
A good one, Dad.
tune in to the hilarious
Huxtable resident.
Watch The Cosby Show weeknights at 7:30 on Universal 9.
Let's start with a feeling, a memory. For some of you, it's the opening bass line of a certain theme song. For others, it's the feeling of Thursday nights at home with your family. It wasn't just a show, it was an atmosphere. It was a quiet signal that said, you too can be here. You too are like us. Now, flash forward, scroll through your feed, your timeline, Instagram, TikTok, whatever you on. What's the dominant signal now? It's much louder, it's angrier, it's often humiliating to someone, and it's packaged to us as real content. But here's my question. When did real stop meaning full and being relatable to real life and start meaning looking at broken people? Today, we're going on a deep dive into one of the most powerful and quietly destructive cultural shifts of our time. And we're talking about the systemic disappearance of certain black stories, certain black culture and life that you'll see on TV. The story of the stable, dignified, ordinary excellence of black people that was replaced on TV and timelines and social media to the crap we see today. This isn't just for nostalgia or just for a great sweater collection. This is a detective story, let's say. We're looking for the erased blueprint. We're going to find out who benefits from this entire community demise, why the imagination got downsized. This is the story of the vanishing Huxtable and the Huxtable Effect. Y'all stay tuned. This is from Just Say Anything. See y'all soon.
You're not just saying that?
I never just say anything.
To understand what we actually lost, we have to understand what it actually did for black people. And I say that being the Huxtables and the Huxtable Effect. And for that, we need a bit of psychology. Don't worry, it's the good kind. Psychologist Dr. Hazel Marcus has this brilliant concept called possible selves. Think of your mind as having a catalog of future versions of yourself. The doctor version of you, the you as a parent, the you as an astronaut, you get the gist. You as an artist. Now, how do those pages get into the catalog? You don't just invent them, you see them. You observe them in the world, in your family, your community, and yes, even the TV, or now your timelines and the stories that you consume. For a generation of kids in the 80s and 90s as well, the Cosby Show and A Different World weren't just entertainment, they were actually source material. They were pages added into the catalog I just said earlier that some kids didn't even know exist. A black father who was a respected doctor in a community that added a page to their catalog. A black mother who was sharp, loving lawyer, and that's another page added. A vibrant intellectual black college campus and a great HBCU experience on TV, whole new section added. There's millions of people whose lives been impacted by these shows, and this just isn't a metaphor. HBCU applications skyrocketed during and after A Different World. People saw a new path and they walked down that path. That's the Huxtable Effect I was talking about in raw data. It wasn't magic, it was permission through narrative. People saw it on TV, they was like, I could do it too. And crucially, it wasn't just for black kids, it was just resetting the catalog for everyone at this point. A teacher, a hiring manager, a neighbor, their possible black person catalog got a major update. It disrupted a stereotype without a single lecture or someone forcing you to do anything. You just got it through the things you're entertained by. Here's the critical thing that the critics got right. The blueprint had a small flaw. A single perfect model can be weaponized. It created what scholars call the enlightened racism. That is the idea if they can do it, racism is over. Just pull yourselves up. And they were right. And the goal was to never only perfect family, the goal was range. No one was saying that racism was over, but we were saying we're not an anomaly. We're all different type of people. We're a complicated spectrum of people, and we want to be depicted just like every other race gets to do on TV as well too. But in the 90s, something happened. We didn't get range, we got a hostile takeover. They started switching up everything, and things just started to become negative. Now let's go to the turn of the millennium. The media landscape is changing. Cable is exploding. Networks need more content, so they need to be cheaper and faster. Enter the perfect product, reality TV.
Do it! Slap me, bitch! What? You whore! You put your hands on me! Did you see that?
Bitch. I'm gonna let you swing first, and if you don't, I'm just gonna beat your ass. So which one you wanna do? Which one do you wanna do?
Smiley starts a lot of shit, and she don't wanna fight at the end of the day, but bitch, you gotta own up to something.
So now, I need for you to put on your cold, heartless media executive hat. Let's put it on for a sec. You have two pictures on your disc. Pitch A is a scripted drama about a black family navigating a parent's career change with a kid's college application. There's a kid getting into college, but he faces some adversity trying to get into college. Okay. Well, it's well written, it's nuanced, the budget is $3 million per episode. Then you have pitch B, a reality show where we lock strangers in a house, add alcohol, and we film arguments, and people throw drinks at each other. We can edit and just put all the salacious parts and probably get a lot of money from it. The budget, $300,000 per episode. Which one are you gonna green light? Especially if you're not coming from that community, what are you gonna do? Now, someone not coming from my community, you know they're gonna green light the other show, the negative show. But let's say if you're from the community, you might green light pitch B, not because you hate black people, but because you love profit margin. And because the show isn't just cheap, it's adaptable. People love shows like that. The drama of conflict needs no translation. It sells in Kansas and in Korea. It's clippable and it's just trash, but people like trash. This is the economic logic that replaced the Huxtable blueprint. It is a conspiracy, I think so. It was a spreadsheet and it created a feedback loop. These exaggerated dysfunctional images got high ratings justified making more of them and more of them and more of them, and to everyone's demise. And soon this narrow, loud slice of life began to stand for the whole community, everyone. The possible sales catalog wasn't being expanded anymore, it was being recalled. And in the end, the issue turned into just drama and bullshit, trauma and chaos. But the problem is when they cut shows like the Cosby Show and A Different World, that sends a message out to the world, because the only thing they're seeing now is Flavor Flav, Bad Girls Club, Zeus Network, fill in the blank. There is no other side to basically show people that we're multifaceted people. And that is the issue. Yes, so they're creating for other cultures and other people. They're creating the same trash for them as well too. But they also have Big Bang Theory, where they're astrophysicists or whatever the hell they were on the show, where it's showing them that they were just regular white people inside the house, and it was just being kooky and weird and whatever the case may be. They had tons of shows like that. So we just didn't have the same grace for that. So that always get me thinking like, okay, what was the true agenda of this? Because it was an uptick of black people in college, like I said before. So why wouldn't they want that? The shows had good ratings, right? But television was just one phase. The real accelerator of all this was being built in Silicon Valley. We moved from the network and from the TVs in our living rooms being the gatekeepers to the algorithm being the gatekeeper, the end all be all. And this changed everything. The algorithm has no values, it has no morals, it can't feel anything. It just have one commandment: maximize engagement. If people watching it, they're gonna keep recreating it. So what engages us? The same thing that I was just talking about before, trash. What makes us stop scrolling? A thoughtful 5-minute monologue about healing Maybe not. Maybe a 45-second clip of someone screaming at each other in a parking lot, or Karen going crazy, or some bullshit like that. Absolutely, that's the key. That's what they want. The algorithm is a trauma-seeking missile at this point. This gave birth to a new archetype, the trauma influencer, the person who packages generational pain, and they take that pain in relationships of dysfunction and stereotypes as keeping it real, keeping it 100, and generational healing. But the engine is the same. You have outrage, humiliation, and a spectacle drive the numbers. But I think we all made a devastating confusion of all this. We've confused visibility with power. We confuse engagement with representation of people. And people are really shaping their worldview off what they see on their timeline. It's really scary. Being the star of your own digital minstrel show is not empowerment. It's the oldest deal in the book. You're making yourself look stupid forever for some clicks and views. It's just new currency now, but it's the same play. You trade your dignity for likes, and the platform takes a percentage of it. So we're here now, and it's pretty sad. The blueprint is gone. The factory is pumping out dysfunction, and the machine is addicted to feeding it to us. Is this the end of the story? Nah, not by a long shot. I don't think so. There are new architects owning the lands at this point, because the same tools that built this trap can be used to pick the lock and free the people as well too. The antidote to all this profit-driven content that we're receiving is us combating it and not viewing it and creating stuff ourselves that we feel that's better. So I don't think the fight is over, because the same tools that built this trap can be used to pick the lock and free the people as well. We have the antidote. We are the antidote. We just have to not feed in to the BS that they're trying to feed us. I mean, we all know it's profit driven. It's a system built for us to fail. And even though people don't believe that that's what it is, it's okay. You don't have to understand it. We know what it is. It's all good. But we all have to look at ourselves and just try to create better stuff. And the stuff that we know that's against us, we don't feed into it. I mean, we have to link up as creators. We have to create dope stuff that we like, using platforms like YouTube or Patreon or Seed Spark, or, different places, so we can tell our stories as well too. I mean, we have to maybe fund it ourselves, build our audience, but just come up with dope stories. I mean, we have to tell nuanced stories about black nerds, black farmers, black peace, black fighting, whatever it is. We as a people, I mean, we have to own our own work. We have to be the gardeners ourselves. We have to sell it ourselves. We have to be the tenants, the apartment owners, all that other stuff. We have to do it for ourselves, because they ain't gonna do it for us. So now with technology, we can actually do those things. We just have to support each other. We have to know that other people exist like us, and we have to push that narrative forward. So at this point, we might even have to find our own streaming platforms and put our own movies on there as well too. The mainstream abandoned our stories. It's all good. We just have to come up with our own. Our power is in our choices. Every subscription, every Patreon pledge, every international share is a vote. It's voting, saying that, hey, we like this. Every time you scroll and click like on something stupid, it builds the algorithm for people to just keep this trauma loop going. And are you voting for a new blueprint? Nah, you're not. So we have to hold ourselves accountable too. Be a critical consumer to say, if I like this video, is somebody gonna make 1,000 more of these just like this if it's trash? I mean, you gotta ask questions like, who made this? You have to follow the money, follow who's gonna get the credit for it. What are they really trying to sell me? Is it just a meme? Is it really just a funny video? Or is it something more sinister behind the scenes? And most of the time we have to ask questions like this, is much more sinister. You even have to ask questions like, how is this going to shape someone's worldview? I mean, this is media literacy at this point. It is your armor. It is something that we have to protect ourselves against. It's not like we can just consume all this trash and then not be affected by it. It just doesn't work like that. It's programming. So back to the original Huxtable Effect. It was a gift of imagination and truth as well too. It was a single powerful beam of light showing a path showing that there was much more than maybe a lot of black people could see at the time. The light got shut off by economics, and I believe a little racism as well too, a lot of it. The new Huxtable Effect isn't a single beam, it's tens of thousands of smaller beams. We're the beams and we're the light. We're the independent creators, the critical audience, the curated platforms. It's us deciding to be the architects of our own stories, and not just tenants and people who just stay there. No, it's understanding that culture is a garden, and what grows tomorrow depends on entirely what we water today, the sunlight we give it today. We will water the spectacle? That don't make sense. We'll water the trauma, or will we water the seeds of a better story, a better tomorrow, a better people? The more radical thing you can do now is to believe in a fullness for yourself that the mainstream feed refuses to show. And then go find others who are drawing that same blueprint and support them, support each other, become one of them. Because the story isn't over. We can still create, we can still make dope things and dope stories. We're just writing the next chapter, or damn near even writing a new book at this point, because we tired of that old book. The Vanishing Huxtable. Sometimes the most powerful act is to just remember what they erased, or what they tried to erase, let's say, and to build it again on your own terms. Subscribe for more critical deep dive. This has been Ish from Just Say Anything. That's been my video for today. Y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comments below. Thank you if you made it this far. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about the Huxtable Effect. Did we get a little bit too far away from what was going on? Do you think that we can still create this effect and change some of the narratives that's put out there and just come up with dope, more creative stories? Y'all let me know in the comment below. See you in the next video. Peace.
Just Say Anything. Like, share, and subscribe.
You're not just saying that?
I never just say anything.